guys, happy Friday. How y'all doing this week? Let me put my phone on the charger. Is it gonna charge? There you go.
What's up, y'all?
I'm alright. What y'all up to today? What's everybody doing today? What y'all got planned for the weekend? I can believe it.
Believe what?
That the Black Adam and Flash movie got pushed back. Didn't they move the movie up though? The Shazam movie. Unless I read that wrong. I thought they pushed Shazam up and then moved the other two back.
Makes sense. they how many times has the Flash movie been pushed back?
Bro, I don't know. Somebody on
10
Twitter,
plus?
Twitter was like, this movie don't exist at this point. I don't know. I mean, he gonna get paid for whether it come out or not, right? He already got paid, so.
Shit, I don't know.
I mean, if they do a movie, I thought they would pay you because, I mean, you still wasted your time and shit doing it. That's on them if they don't put it out.
You mean if they filmed it already? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Long as I'm paid, I don't give a fuck if that shit come out or not because that's on y'all. He get other work anyway, so. Not that Moon Knight month, and it literally come out like the last day of the month. I feel like somebody was saying low key that they feel like the Batman did so well, so they trying to pull a Marvel and push it back so they can do like add him to the universe. I hope not, cause they gonna fuck his shit up trying to add it to everything else.
Anybody want to talk about it? Anybody want to talk about how the Batman now is like just the new golden child now? Oh no,
but it's still not
Pattinson. But I said he was gonna be decent. He might switch the game up. I said that. I call this kind of shit, and like to this day, it's like
the Batman was good, but I still feel like DC could be doing better. To be honest,
I'm gonna tell you how good the movie was. And
pushback for CGI.
I'm gonna tell you how good the Batman was. I was dead tired when I walked in the movie theater. I was sleepy, bro. That movie woke me up.
Now Young Justice comes back March 31st.
It does.
Bruh.
Yep. Start. I was dead tired, bro. But when that motherfucker started talking about detective work and all this shit, doing detective shit, that shit woke me right up. This, like, I don't give a fuck what people are talking about. Robert Pattinson's Batman.
It was a good movie.
Has got to be one of the best, if not the best Batman. He didn't rely.
I still feel like it was too long, though.
It was a little long. It was a little lengthy.
Like
if we have to talk negatives, that's a negative. The length of the movie was a negative.
Right. Him as Batman and Zoe as Catwoman was like chef's kiss. But like the movie, I feel like could have been shorter. Yeah. But I get... Like, I don't know. I feel like it could have been some stuff that could have been trimmed out, and it still would have been fine.
Yeah, like it was like they were setting up. They were doing an in-game thing, setting up all this other shit for production. Like it was a little too much on that end. But overall,
Kevin got enough on his plate.
He is a good Batman. He is a good Bruce Wayne, especially in the first few years of being Batman. Year 2, he This is perfect.
You can't tell me there's nobody on Earth that's not like Kevin Feige that they can hire for DC. It's just the fact that they ain't doing it. Like, it's somebody out there with that vision to take DC to the next level, just like Marvel. Because Marvel wasn't all that when it first came out. I didn't fuck with Marvel like that. Like, when they was coming out with shit, I was like, I wouldn't even probably be as big as a fan as Marvel if it wasn't for Trey. Because all I knew was Spider-Man and X-Men. Like, I ain't... Captain Who? Why? Iron What? Why? Like, I don't know y'all like that. For what? Why are y'all here visiting Spider-Man?
Yeah, it felt like a lot, but also the thing that kept me entertained was him, bro, this was me in the movie. Like, you know that meme with Vince McMahon from WWE? This was me. Bruce Wayne, the Batman voice. Nice. Doing detective work. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had a whole Batman.
When Batman says no guns, oh!
Ew, can you not? That chair fucking around the break. Out of nowhere.
That was me when he said no guns. I was like, that's it. And this is what I hate about people. People are like, no guns, bro. We're not talking about Batman 1938. We're not talking about Batman in 1938.
I must have missed that part. Where you playing? When he talked to Superman about anything, I must have missed that. We talking about something else?
I was like, bro, that was the best part. When he said no guns, that's the Batman I've been waiting for.
In an interview, a shorter cut of the Batman was tested with screeners, and apparently it wasn't well received. But I agree, it was too long. But it depends on how you cut it. Like, shorter it don't necessarily mean better. Just like longer don't mean better. But I feel like there were certain stuff that could have been trimmed down. Like, it was certain things that were like unnecessary, to be honest. Like, I feel like, but it wasn't like a lot of it. But it's still like they could have trimmed a good 15, 20 minutes out of the movie probably. You know what I'm saying? And still made the point. Like, even the ending scene, like, that, to be honest, they ain't need like all that when they ended, like, with the little supposed, I guess, if they gonna do the Joker next time or whatever. Like, I don't feel like that was needed. Like, I just, like, for what? Cause it don't excite me when they tease the Joker for DC because they can't get it right. Like, and there's a lot of people that watched these was like, I don't want, like, people in the movie theater was like, why are they introducing another Joker? Like, you know, like, people was mad when we was leaving our movies talking about why
another Joker? We got a Joker.
Saying, like,
see what I'm saying?
I don't care about who y'all got, because technically y'all ain't got nothing, because I ain't seen no, like, actual Joker activity in no live action movies that would make me want to just be like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, no, like, I was hoping you were, because I'm like, I ain't nobody mentioned Superman at all. But it's like, I don't like when DC, they catch that movie that, like, making them more money than they thought, and then now they want to, like, drain it dry. They gonna ruin him if they add it to, like, the regular universe. Like, if they try to fit that in because of the Flashpoint movie and make him, you know, like, connected so they can do more stuff because this movie was popular, I feel like they gonna ruin it.
So what they probably did was they had an ending, right? They had an ending, and y'all know what happens in Flashpoint when Barry runs back to his timeline. Things change, universes merge. So what they might do is merge different, like, parts of, like, they go take his character and try to just fit it in, and like, I don't
13 years what? 13 years old?
What?
Somebody said Robert would like Robin to be 13 years, or like 13 years old, because I don't feel like that's gonna work. Not as gritty as like DC Batman is. I don't feel like that's gonna work. Like, if it was like a little more lighthearted, maybe, but like not the way that Gotham was in the movie. Nah,
you gonna have to make him his oldest, which
because it's like, think about the shit they did. They had like the hookers and the drugs.
You gonna have to make him 15. You gonna have to, because you gonna have to get an actor that's 18 that looks 15.
Something. He gonna have to be older than 13.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be 15.
Not with this shit. Cause think about it, if you gotta back me up going into a place like they went to, like in that club, inside the club with all the people in there doing the drops and all this kind of stuff, you don't want to put a kid in that environment. Like, he ain't gonna be able to back him up like that. I don't think 13 a good age for that. Like, you could get somebody that's older and look a little younger, but I don't feel like 13 should be like the age for that.
Like you can't get like union laws and all that other shit. You gonna have to make them 15, and that way you can get away with more stuff, and that way you can age him if you need to. You get what I'm saying? You can age him to say, oh, he's 18. He's, you know what I'm saying? Or you can get an actor that's like, you know what I'm saying? You can get an actor that's probably 22 that can look 15. You know what I'm saying? With a certain hairstyle. And then you can age them because you don't want them too young because it's only like 3 movies they talking about doing right now.
I don't feel like the MCU is too childish. I just feel like people want everything to be dark and everybody to die all the time. Like, ain't nothing I've watched in recent years of the MCU childish to me. Like, maybe before, but like since Endgame, to me, ain't nothing been childish, to be honest.
This is the thing that's different from DC and Marvel. We're going to talk about these shows, so we got to move on. DC characters are not as relatable as Marvel characters. With Marvel characters, you can see the human in them, whereas in DC characters, you can't really get that, and they don't come across that way on the screen. They come across as comic book characters. They come across as like you don't have an attachment to them like you do with Marvel characters on the screen. When you see Spider-Man, you be like, oh yeah, I can web sling.
I feel like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange next movie definitely gonna be dark. So ain't nothing gonna be fucking lighthearted and fun about neither one of them shows, or movies. So, but we gonna go ahead and we gonna talk about these shows though. Naomi, we finally got like, this was like one of them episodes where like, I don't know, like I feel like if you had to cut budget, it would have been this episode maybe because it really was only a couple of people they showed. Because it was just like her trapped in Star-Labs trying to get out while they were having flashbacks of Zimbadu's like backstory on Earth 29. So I'm glad we got an explanation on like whatever. I see now it's like he not really the bad guy. He been like her protector this whole time in a way. And the girl, I can't even think, is it her Akira? Yeah. The lady? Like, I don't know if she's the one who set him up with the other dude, or if somebody else that was a part of the 29 did it and made it look like it was him. It kind of feel like it was her, for her to just make that assumption and not trust him when y'all been knowing each other or whatever and going through this process. So it could have been her that was the betrayer this whole time, and maybe that's why like she may have some kind of affiliation with Naomi. I don't know, cause what's the dude name that's trying to kill her? Is it Brutus? Is that what
something like that? Yeah.
I don't know why I feel wrong saying that, but I guess that was his name. But it was like nice seeing their Earth, like, you know, what they had, like the flowers that smell like chocolate and the red trees and the flames that were like blue and stuff like that.
No racism.
Oh yeah, cause he was like, when he got the Earth, he was like, we were hated for a different reason. Like, I was like, well damn, y'all was just chilling on Earth 29.
Earth 29 seemed like the spot.
Hey Lizzie, yeah. So it was very beautiful and it seemed like it was cool.
Take my black
then
ass
I guess
over there.
Some event happened that gave like 29 of just random people on Earth powers on that Earth or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he basically left. Now how he left and traveled to another Earth, they didn't specify. Yeah, but like he left there and came here because, you know, all that stuff that was going on. But like she tried to make it seem like Earth was dying because of him. They didn't have nothing to do with him, because once they got powers, didn't he say like the Earth started dying on its own, like as they was using their powers and stuff? So how is that his fault when it was 29 of y'all with powers? And then like, I guess he was friends with her parents and they ended up dying because he said they were like the best of them or whatever. And then like he had been with like he was in her, like she could actually feel his memories, which was a cool concept to do instead of just, you know, like even on top of the flashbacks, it was cool for her to actually experience them so she could see how he was actually feeling at that moment. So he been watching her even when they was like moving in different like countries overseas and stuff like that. Like he was still checking in on her. So that was cool to see like a different side of that story. But yeah, then Dee and what's the girl name? Annabelle was like looking for her, because them the only ones they really showed, like Dee, Annabelle, Zimbadu, and Naomi, and the Dr. Bell lady. Now they didn't show if she died or not in Star Labs when the little thing was exploding. But like I feel like she might have summoned something there Cause he was saying like, what happens if you open it and then like something come out? So I feel like they was teasing that somebody gonna show up or something gonna show up that shouldn't. So I don't know, but it's still like, so it's Earth 29 Thanagar, since we talking about like Hawk people too. Cause like them 29 got powers. Is D one of the 29 or was he different? Cause he from that Earth too, right? That's the only part of the story I didn't get. Like, did D get powers too, and that's how this happened? Or was it already, like, certain stuff going on that Earth before them extra 29 people got powers? Because I was thinking that D was, like, a Hawk person, and that was Thanagar, but they just call it Earth 29, and they ain't really, like, specified nothing else about Hawk people, so that's what I was trying to understand, too. But maybe they'll come back to that later. I don't think nothing else happened. And I see Naomi trying to be his friend though, cause like he was saying that like he was different before he, you know, like he had a family and a home or whatever like that. She thought about that when she was at home with her family, like eating pizza and stuff. So like the next day they showed her like bringing him coffee and helping him wax the cars and shit. So I'm sure she'll be popping up more often, cause that might as well be her goddamn uncle now. You know, it might as well be Uncle Zimbato. So. I don't know. I just feel like it's more shit going on that we still don't know about yet, even though we did get some backstory. Then, of course, next week they taking a break. So, what you want to talk about next? Proud Family?
Yes.
Proud Family episode this week. A good lesson. I have to give them a hand clap for that. Everybody was being homophobic in the neighborhood this week. What was the name of the episode though?
I forgot. Shit. The fuck was the name of that?
Right. Let me see it. Hold on.
You ain't put it up?
No, I haven't yet. Because we just watched it like the other day.
No.
I put them up like 4 days later.
Father figures.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, so the way they kind of started the episode was like, I think Oscar was begging Felix for to co-sign on his loan so he can get a loan. While that was all going on, he was like depressed about what's his wife's name? Sunset?
Yeah.
Sunset, you know, she like a cop and they was all going undercover, and then like Maya and them dad was like her new partner, and he was like all upset, talking about she acted different and was dressing different and all that stuff, thinking I guess that she like liked Maya and them dad. I can't even think of his fucking name right now.
Barry.
Oh, Barry. Okay, yeah, Barry. I forgot that was Barry. And come to find out, like Maya and the other boy, I think his name KG, like they got 2 dads. Like, and then I think the black guy's name was Randall. I think that was the other dad named Randall.
I think so.
Cause they had pink eye, the pink eye fucking concert, which I guess was supposed to be like Billie Eilish. I guess it was supposed to be like her, but like they had a pink eye concert, and then Barry was working there, so he got them backstage passes. And then like the other dad was there, and Maya was acting like she was like embarrassed, like she didn't want to be there or whatever. I don't know. She the one that seemed like it was like bothering her the most. The boy seemed like he didn't give a fuck. Like KG didn't care, but Dejanay messy ass tweeted to the whole school that like they had 2 dads, so of course everybody at school was like trying to pick on them and shit like that, especially Frankie. He get on my fucking nerves. That's the only reason they had him pop up for some mess. And then Randall ended up being Oscar's loan officer, and of course he seen that he was black. He gonna put on all this African shit. Like I was like, black people really be doing the most though. Like stop. But he was like, what is that, head brother in charge or number 1 brother in charge or something like that on his cut. And he was one of them dudes that was like, because you was black and I'm black, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure you get this loan regardless of what you put on this application, because we supposed to be looking out for each other. But he was looking through blinders because he was gay and he felt some kind of way. So then, you know, they kind of like denied his, well, I don't know if they denied it right away, but he didn't get it right then.
No, he didn't deny it. He just,
but
he just made it seem like he put that bit back slow, like,
yeah, there you go. They whispers gumbo. He kept whispering gumbo, talking about we cooking gumbo. that shit was so ignorant. But it was a good episode though, because I guess, you know, like in their neighborhood they not used to that. That was like a good you do have a lot of people that still aren't used to that. But you have to look. You have to, like Penny kept saying that she was always taught to treat people how you want to be treated. I always say treat people better than how you want to be treated. Cause with this day and age and these motherfuckers that exist now, some people don't give a fuck about how they treated. So I just say you treat people better than how you want to be treated. So I like Penny. You know, of course they had to have her moment where she was giving these speeches and shit, and everybody was falling asleep while she was giving her speech, but. Come to find out that Maya and KG were actually adopted. So I don't know if their mom and dad died or they don't know their parents, but Barry and Randall adopted them. So they're like adopted or whatever. So that was like the thing too. Charles, thank you for the donation. Happy Friday. Continue blessings to you both. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay, bye Nicholas. Goodbye. Don't come back. But what else was going on in the episode? But yeah, they all had like the little cookout or whatever. He made gumbo. DJ tweeted that shit too, talking about unlimited gumbo at this address, and everybody just started showing up, like getting food. And then they had this whole moment where like Oscar had to realize there wasn't nothing wrong with that. You gotta accept people for how they are. Everybody was dancing. I don't even remember the song they was dancing to at the end now. But that was like a really good moment though, cause Sugar Mama and Trudy made him come to apologize. And then, of course, they got invited in to eat. So they came. Everybody was eating and apologizing to each other and all that stuff. So it was like a really good moment. Like that was a really.
Let him know I had already approved your mom.
Yeah, like he told him, he was like, cause we gotta stick together. And I feel like black people as a whole would do so much better if we picked each other up instead of putting each other down. Like, you know, we got the jokes and all that other kind of shit. Like, it's okay to joke and laugh and have fun with each other or whatever. But still, if you know you can help somebody that's struggling, help them first. Don't judge them first. I always feel like that. Like, I've been on my support black business shit and people of color. Like, I'm going to support them first because I feel like they need it. That's mostly how they eat. Like, most people that have businesses, that's how they eat. They ain't got nothing else. So I'm going to support them people first. I ain't going to worry about if I'm going to get scammed or if I ain't going to never get my package or how long it's going to take or whatever like that. Like, yeah, some people can do business better. You can get them constructive criticism. If they don't take any, like, points from that to try to do better, then you just move on to the next business. It is what it is. But oh, now hey, everybody is flipper. They bug you wrong for that. They did that flashback of La Cienega with them feet after she got out the pool. The old school flashback. They ain't take out nothing. Not that DJ doxed Maya and KG family. Why would she have doxed them? Like, all the information she had was given to her. She knew where they stayed because they stay in Sticky Old House. They were at the concert when she found out they had two dads. And then, like, the dad rolled up on them with the Gross Sisters when he said that he was making gumbo. So I don't get why she would have doxed them. Like, she just gave it to everybody the information. That's all. What's up, Mina? Right. That's why I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be more positive and just whoever want to be negative, I'm going to say what I got to say and keep it moving because most of y'all be miserable when y'all come do all that. So you got to find yourself and figure that out for yourself. But we're going to move on to Superman and Lois. But I have been really, really enjoying the Proud Family. Like, it's hard to take an old show and, like, add new stuff to it and it still feel the same with the new stuff. Like, it either feel too new or it ain't, you know, like, I don't know.
That same feel.
Yeah, like, but this so far, like, I've been vibing with them.
The Proud Family feel like the Proud Family, like it never went off the air. They just took a long ass break.
I just really hate that people were really like treating this girl like this over this song. Like, did y'all ever stop to think? I think this was started back in 2020 when they was trying to make this, and it's like, I know it's taking a while to come out, but like Penny mentioned like 2020 on the episode. Like, this ain't just came out like this year. Did y'all ever stop to think that the people they may have wanted to do the song were busy, so maybe they had to get this girl?
Or maybe they didn't want to do the song because of money.
Because Beyonce and Solange and them did the song at first, like Destiny's Child and Solange. Destiny's Child don't exist no more, and y'all really can't, like, I ain't gonna say y'all can't afford Beyonce, but like, maybe they didn't want to do it. Now because Chloe and Halle exist under Beyonce, they should have been the ones that did the song. But did you ever stop thinking they busy too? Cause Halle doing Little Mermaid, they dropped the album during the last couple of years, and then like Chloe doing her own solo stuff too. Like, maybe they were busy. Maybe they didn't want to do a fucking Proud Family song. So they got this girl to do it. Just be okay with that and move on. Like, everybody talking about this girl mid and all this other kind of stuff. Like, let people make it. Chloe and Halle got money. They got stuff going on. Let somebody else make it. That's why I be like, y'all don't never let people make it. No. Like, that would have been you that made the song and had to sing it. That people be saying your ass me.
No, it's not that
y'all
they don't let people make it. They let people make it that's already made it, and they fucked up beyond belief. That should never work again, but you let that motherfucker make it. I ain't gonna call no names.
But I'm just like, y'all don't know when they started filming the show. Just like we had that episode last week when you were saying they probably recorded in their house and stuff like that. They could have been working on this, and it's just now coming out. They don't mean they did it 2022. They could have did this in 2020 at the height of COVID. That girl might have been the only one available to sing. Y'all could have not got no intro. Like, y'all could have just, the show could just come on. Like, everybody don't do intros no more anyway. So y'all could have just got the show coming on. They won't use Destiny Child because of Matthew. He owns the rights, and Beyonce won't do anything.
Ah, that makes sense.
I mean, I can see that. Like, once you become like a certain name and brand, it's just certain stuff you don't do no more. Like, she ain't Destiny's Child, Beyonce no more by a long shot. So like, I'm not doing jingles for animated shows whether I watch it or like it or not. Like, I can see that. Like, you are what you are. They're just like, you like telling an actor that make $20 million a movie to come and do one that's only $500K. Like, why I'm gonna do that? Like, my people gotta eat. My rent costs, you know what I'm saying? Or this house I bought costs. Like, I get that. That don't mean you gotta be mean or rude just because you won't take certain stuff. So, I mean, I like the song. It ain't the old song, but I like them both. I don't understand why people just can't like more than one thing. It always this versus that. But we gonna talk about Superman and Lois. Cause child, Superman and Lois, these children, these army people.
Nah, not this child. This child.
Well, I'm talking about and the ones at the school fucked up too. Like, all of the children that be in the damn show be having shit going on.
Fucking Jordan chill.
Jordan was like, this how he was looking all episode.
Like, I called him out. Why you mad at me? Like, I didn't do shit.
But like, yeah, I mean, we mentioned that in one of the videos about the death threats and stuff, but people gonna be ignorant regardless. Like, be glad they even came back out with a fucking show, and then y'all cutting up. Like, why? But, Superman and Lois. So, Clark is locked up with Tal, and Anderson is on a power trip, talking about he running whatever fucking operation he got going on. He just a fucking stupid child to me. Like, he gets on my fucking nerves seeing him. Like, he like a whiny little boy in a military uniform. Like, I'm just like sick of him at this point. And then
that's how they are for real.
They started they brought the dogs and the police to the school sniffing for the Kryptonite X or X Kryptonite XK as they call it, the XK. And then the girl was like, I can't get caught with this and blah, blah, blah. He want to take it upon himself to be grown when he fucking not. And take these drugs. Oh, I'm a good child. They're not going to search me. Bitch, they got dogs. The dogs don't know you. Like, this why we like, these fucking decisions. As soon as he said that, the dogs started barking. I'm like, you dumb bitch. Like, when is your grades in school? Y'all let me know what the report card looking like for Jonathan and Jordan. Cause
he probably got straight fucking A's.
No common sense.
None.
But I bet Natalie got straight A's and common sense. So with that, he need to get it the fuck together. Ain't no excuse. Ain't no excuse. Like, this girl over here, you like your girlfriend, the reason you started taking this shit, she got the cheerleaders on it and the football players on it, trying to make money for her dad. That's not how you help your parents by selling drugs, bro. Like, don't do it that way. You want to make some money, you could have worked part-time at the diner. The little wholesome black girl, she work at the damn gas station. Like, ain't this the one? She work at the gas station. She quit cheerleading because y'all was taking drugs and worked at the gas station. Why y'all can't do stuff like that? I ain't feel bad for him because you old enough to make the choice to go down and get expelled for your fucking girlfriend, and you might not even be dating her next year. Like, that's kid shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all don't think then when y'all get yelled at, y'all be looking crazy.
Boy, hey, that boy.
The way he cried when Clark came in that room, baby. Clark came in that room. When Clark came from getting, like, when he got out of jail, right? I know we skipping forward. We gonna have to go back. When he got home and hugged Lois and was just like, I just want some Chinese food and a glass of wine and to be with my family. And she had to fucking tell him they ain't cut that shit out. But they should show her telling him, before you take a seat, your son is expelled for drugs. He couldn't even sit down, y'all, and sip on a glass of wine. He came up in that fucking room like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? He should have came in with the laser eyes on. They should have been red, but nothing coming out. What's your problem? Huh, Jonathan? He was like, what did we teach you? Have you learned nothing? He was going off, bro. Like, that shit was so motherfucking funny. Like, I know Clark was mad. Like, bitch, you know the day I've had and I can't even come and sit at my table and eat this Chinese food and drink some wine. I was laughing so hard. I was like, poor Clark. He can't even sit down. I know Jordan probably was in the other room like, bitch, I'm glad that ain't... Bruh, please, like, that shit had me cracking up. I'm like, as a parent, I understand, bro. He couldn't even sit down.
Bitch, I just had a bump.
Like, you come in that door and it's some bullshit. Like, please.
What the fuck you mean he did this?
That's not the point, Jordan, that they ain't even had sex. They're kids. I don't know why y'all say stuff like that. Like, when you're dating and you're young, that shit don't matter. He puppy love. Like, he just in love with the girl. That shit don't fucking matter. Like, they ain't grown. Sex shouldn't even be like a conversation. They don't fucking know. If they don't know better not to fucking take drugs, a drug rap for somebody, they definitely don't need to be having sex. Hell no. You ain't smart enough to make these other decisions. You definitely don't need to be doing that.
Jesus Christ.
Baby, that shit was hilarious. I'm like, Clark busting that door like, bitch, I just got out of jail. The other me just died and my brother just took like 3 bullets for me, but I had to lock him back up. Like, this shit was so dumb. But like, ooh, child. And then the way Lois was better than me, because when he was like, I ain't telling you, baby, the way I would have ran across that room and choked his ass up. Bitch, you gonna tell me who gave you these drugs before you get expelled. Like, ain't nobody got time to be taking your ass. Clark is not finna fly out this barn every day to take your ass to another city to go to school because she wanna be dumb. I be like, your dad is not putting on that cape for that, okay? That's not important. Like, child. Clark was mad. It'd be so funny seeing him be dad. Like, the way he came in that room. And Jonathan was just like, like, the way, you deserve that shit, bitch. He should have whooped your ass, but I know they don't do that on TV. Yeah, should have got a whooping. You think you grown? Okay. Make his ass sleep in the barn. Like, the fuck? You gon' fucking, how you do the corn? Shuck this corn? What you gonna do? You gonna get out here in this cornfield for a month. You gonna get out here in this cornfield every day. You gonna shuck this corn because we gotta act like we doing something up here on this farm. Child.
Lois said, who are you?
Yes, baby. She was, cause like I feel like they the ones that have the strongest connection because they don't have powers. Like, I feel like Jordan and Clark has a stronger connection. Like, I know they all love each other, but you know, like, I just feel like, because when the shit was going on last season, remember how he was trying to protect her because it was just them. Like, they didn't have nothing going on. She looked at, she said, who are you? He would not tell her, though, y'all. I was so shook. Like, bitch, you finna get expelled. And these not even your drugs. Like, you wanted to play football so bad that you took XK, but now you ready to get expelled from school, bitch. That's no extracurriculars. You ain't finna play nowhere. Like, the fuck for this girl to keep on selling after you done took the rap for her, because that's what she gonna keep doing. John should have got the belt. Yeah, Lois better than me, baby. But I did feel like she was selfish. I know she was upset, but when she showed up at Lana house, the way I turned my head, like, or where they was at. Did she go to her house or that? Yeah. I'm like, bitch, do you not know what I'm going through over here? You come over here talking about your family. My family is broken. I would have been like, you see the pieces on the floor. My family is broken.
That's why Lana is Superwoman.
Lana built different. I'm telling y'all, she
Lana
built
is
different.
Superwoman for real.
Like, bitch, my kids ain't got no daddy. My husband, I had to put him out because he cheated. Like, and you want to come up. This just happened at y'all barn last week, Lois. And now here you go today with this shit.
But that shows you how tough
child.
Lana is. And like,
y'all can say that shit being a real one. You ain't got to be no snitch. But if you dumb enough to fucking go to jail, let that would have been a jail charge. Let that would have been real drugs instead of XK. You was still gonna say he was a real one to go to jail at fucking 16 for some bitch that probably won't even. She probably won't even look at him next year. Like, that's not being a real one.
Y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all
they have no ties to each other. Besides dating their kids. Now, if that was grown, that was her husband, you know what I'm saying? They was connected on some other level, something like that. But they fucking kids. That shit is dumb. Ain't no such thing as being no snitch when you're a child. Because who gonna pay your bill if you go to jail? Mama, daddy. Like, we gotta pay your fucking bill.
Some of y'all are not built for that street life, bro. I know that firsthand. I know firsthand.
He ain't in no fucking gang.
I can y'all are not that street life, bro. Stop quoting that shit like y'all about that street life.
Like
I have motherfuckers in my family who have died over that shit. You are not a gangster, bro. Stop that shit. Y'all are not built like that.
Let them keep thinking they
y'all
built like
are not
that.
built like that.
But like snitching, like
y'all are not built like that.
He ain't in a gang. Like I can see you snitching in a gang and then you catch one in the throat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause you snitch. That's a different situation. He a fucking high schooler. Like that's not people need to stop doing that.
I'll tell on your ass in a
That's what I'm saying, Lizzie. Like, had that been some fucking coke or some shit, like he was going to jail. Like, they just discovered XK, so they don't know what to do with it or what to classify it as right now. It's still a drug, though, because if it was not, he wouldn't get expelled. He dumb as fuck. They ain't no real one. Then fuck around while you expelled, she started dating somebody else, then what? You done fucking got expelled for a bitch that ain't even think about you no more. Kids fucking in high school, attention span be like that. She dating you while she around you and you took this rap for her and doing all this shit. Then what when you not around no more? Then what? What if she started dating somebody else that help her push her drug game to the next level? Then what? Then where y'all gonna say he at? Then y'all gonna be saying he dumb. Child.
Y'all crazy.
Ain't no way. Not that his dad is Superman, Jonathan ain't in no street life. Exactly. Talking about snitches. Y'all fucking, they 16. No, they 15, I think. Weren't they 14 when the show started?
No, they 15.
I thought they were 14 because I was like, they look young as hell for 14. Like starting high school. So if they sophomores, they between 15 and 16 years old. They don't know shit about that.
Street life. Y'all fucking crazy.
Y'all keep acting like y'all about that like till somebody pull a real gun out on y'all motherfucking ass or a real knife, then we gonna see.
Who the fuck shit this
y'all
is?
Gonna be snitching on everybody and your grandma then when they pull that shit out.
Street life. That shit. When you grow up around that shit is different.
That's what I'm saying. She's selfish as a girlfriend to even have him help her out of that situation. Like, to be fair, knowing her dad's situation and them being in a small town, if they would have caught her selling that shit, they probably would have been more lenient with her, knowing her situation than with Jonathan. Had the school board, like, that's a small town. Everybody know everybody. If they would have caught that girl selling drugs and know her dad is just her and her dad and he not making no money or he don't have a job or whatever, and she said that she was selling that shit to help her dad, true enough, they would have been mad, but they probably would have found a way around that shit. But looking at a kid like Jonathan, you got straight A's, your dad helping the community, and your mama Lois like over here on these papers, they looking at you like you should know better. Like, either way, it's still bad, but I guarantee you they would have gave that girl more sympathy than they gave him. Not too cute for jail, I'm too scared. I ain't trying to be nobody's bitch. Right, y'all don't understand the way they will sell your ass in jail for some cigarettes. They're like, y'all better stop playing. Them TV shows ain't got nothing on real jail though, cause there's only so much shit they can show you on TV.
Bro, you'll get sold for some fucking toilet paper. You better stop fucking playing, bitch. Y'all don't know that. Y'all crazy as hell. I'm not going to jail for one of you motherfuckers. Like, who did
it? I done seen people.
What you mean who did it? I told you who did it. That motherfucker drove. He planned the shit, and he did this. I ain't with these motherfuckers. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Lock their ass up.
Man, it's people in jail that be getting hot curlers stuck in their ass and in they vaginas and shit like that. Like, ain't nobody trying to live that kind of life. I'm on the straight and narrow. Like, I'll fight for mine, true enough, but I ain't trying to go to jail for no dumb shit. If I go to jail for some shit and I'm wrongly accused, cause like, oh, I done murdered a bitch trying to save my family.
I ain't got no gang affiliation, bitch. I'm
like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm me by me in this bitch. It's all about me. Fuck you. Oh, you a snitch? No, bitch. I've never been in the gang life, so I don't know what that's like. I'm not a real one.
Like y'all be ready to, y'all keep on acting like
you gonna
these same people y'all gonna go to jail for would not go to jail for you. That girl would not have taken that rap for Jonathan, and ain't nobody gonna tell me different. And her first thing out her mouth, I can't get caught like that.
And the first, especially you dudes are stupid as fuck too. The first
one, Black Arrow, please.
Talking about going to jail for doing a bid for your partner, he gonna be fucking your girl
and taking your money or whatever. If y'all rob somebody, gonna be to spend that shit and living your life for you. Like, y'all better stop.
Anyway, Flash.
Self comes first. But like, yeah, they did kill Bizarro before we move on. They killed Bizarro, which was fucking annoying because what's his name? Anderson and stole the whole briefcase full of XK and it was pumping up and all this shit. And now he finna team up with this bitch. So like, I hope all of them die.
I'm like, bro, I was waiting for him to overdose, bro. All that shit he was taking.
Yeah, he was steady huffing, and when he went huffing, he was like doing it on Bizarro. I'm surprised they killed Bizarro this soon, though. I thought they would have saved him for like something else, but I guess not. So, but yeah, I'm ready for Anderson to die, but I feel like she probably gonna merge him with his other self, because if he a little whiny bitch over here, ain't no telling what his other side like. And then they probably gonna do some shit, because that necklace was glowing too when he showed up. I don't think I ever seen it do that before, the way it was like glowing, but who knows.
Okay, so The Flash.
I see a lot of mixed reviews on this episode.
What episode?
For this with the kids, a lot of people didn't like it.
Of course,
a lot of people thought it was like boring. But I'm like, what do y'all want to see? Cause like y'all be wanting shit to happen, but it's like it can't happen unless Barry doing it. And then when he do stuff, then y'all like he shouldn't be doing this because he should know this, that, and the other. So I just feel like people mad, but I'm like, this ain't really the first episode of the season. It's episode 6. And then like I feel like it's the setup for like whatever bigger is gonna come later on in the season. I feel like it's setting stuff up. But I'm like, I enjoyed the episode. Like I feel like they can hold their own show, to be honest. Like them fucking up shit and trying to fix it and doing stuff on their own like that. I just feel like that's cool. Like I enjoyed it. I just think people probably ain't enjoy it because the villains, maybe they came across like the fucking Royal Flush Gang and shit like that. It's probably not the villains you want to see them going against maybe. But like I said, I just feel like it's a setup for something bigger later.
It don't bother me no more, bro. At this point, I'm like, I'm over it because I'm like, people gonna keep, like, people gonna dog the Flash because it's go run the longest. At this point, like, hey, whatever,
shit,
bro.
Legends might run the longest. They might surprise your ass because I don't know.
Now that I'm not so sure about because we don't know if it's gonna go with the
I don't know no more. They might end Flash and Legends with season 9. That'll both be what, 9 for them? No, that's Legends will be on 8 next time on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, they a season behind the Flash, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of shit probably gonna end after next year. To be honest, if they already trying to like sell the channel, if it don't go to HBO Max, then it's probably not. It's probably just gonna be done. But I enjoyed it for the most part, like with all the little quirky shit they was doing, and then that little Avery girl. I think in the comics she's like the Chinese Flash. So they may do something with that later. Cause I'm like, with him confirming her theories and stuff, I'm like, she's gonna learn that stuff before she was supposed to. So that's definitely gonna have some kind of outcome later. Like it may not, like I don't know what outcome it's gonna have. I saw somebody have a theory. I don't know if it was, it had to be on Patreon. Cause like, I just posted it on the channel. So it had to be on Patreon. And they was talking about like, she may be the person in the future that ends up putting people at fixed points or something like that. Since she knew this was a fixed point, you know, like off jump, just like her with her little research and stuff, because she knew about fixed points and what could change and what can't change. They were saying she may grow up and learn and be the person that like have people like taught stuff about fixed points and stuff like that. I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting theory, but I like her though. Like she's cool. I be liking the little nerds that pop up in the show though. And then like Impulse got a crush, so I'm sure we're not gonna see the end of them. Like I'm sure it's gonna be other stuff.
I guess that's my my complaint about all the shows. It's like only certain characters can be with their love interest.
Oh, that was you, Naya Dior. Do a good theory.
Like it's like only Clark can be with Lois. Clark has to be with Lois. Bruce has to be with Selena. Barry has to be with Iris. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain people have to be with these people, but
I just said that, Jordan.
Other people, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we can mix and match them. I'm like, God damn.
I don't know. I feel like this season is gonna be good. I just feel like that's just like the brink, cause all the shit that happened in this episode, like it was so many people that were like the episode, cause it was like it was nostalgic of season 1. Like you know, like you got like basically season 1 with the kids sprinkled in. Cause you got Eddie, you got the stuff with Joe and Cecilia trying to start up, and I think they dating earlier than they supposed to. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they gonna show you like the future of after what we saw in Armageddon, and then they gonna show the kids trying to fix shit in the past, which is gonna by the end of the season have alternate. Like we gonna see stuff different than what we normally used to in the future. Like I feel like that's what's going on top of Iris time sickness.
Yeah.
And then Joe got the time stone, so that's gonna do something too. But I'm like, I feel like all that's gonna have like a role to play later. Cause this Avery girl is learning that her theories are correct. Time travel real. She learned all this shit way early. She a fucking intern. It would have took her years to like verify her research. You know what I'm saying? And like even in the least bit, if she ever did.
True.
And then it's like now she know for sure, so that's gonna have an impact. Royal Flush Gang was created before it was supposed to be created. And I thought about some of the preview because everybody was mad about Goldface. But I'm like, what if that's like them, there's something that got messed up and they have to go back and do too? Because I'm like, I can't see Goldface getting the jump on Barry at where he at now. Like how? Like at the stage Barry's in now, like how Goldface get the jump on him? Ain't no fucking way. He should be phasing through that gold and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way with the powers Barry got now, Goldface gonna be able to hem him up. So like that, and you can't tell if it's old or not because it's shit we never seen before. So they gonna look like themselves now. So that's why I was like, that could be the trick for the season 2. You never really know what you're gonna get. You don't know if it's an old episode with the kids, them messing up stuff trying to fix it, or if it's something that's new. Cause baby, when we started traveling at the speed of light with the whole group, when we started taking group trips together, let's hold hands, and we done kumbaya'd all the way to Paris. Like, he gotta have his speed back and then some doing that, taking everybody with him.
Yeah.
That was like, what, 6, 7 people? How many that was? Cecile, Joe, him and Iris, Allegra, and
Killer.
Chuck, and then Frost. That's 7 people.
Damn.
That's 7 people he done just took at the speed of light to another country. Like, when we started doing that.
Shit. This would have been so much
It's coming
easier.
when I post it. It's on Patreon if you can't wait.
Fucking, with Vibe, that would have been much easier.
And see, the tricky thing, too, about doing, like, the flashbacks, is I feel like it's good because you don't have Wells and you don't have Cisco, but it still worked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be tricky around certain things that happen, so they got to choose their moments carefully.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like I still got a season 1 vibe without having Vibe and Wells there. So that was a little impressive too. Cause you got Barry in the coma, but no Kaylin and Cisco. Cause you know they was at his bedside all the time and Wells and all that shit like that. But he was just by himself right then. But so it's like, it's the moments like that that's gonna be interesting.
What was funny though, they did pick their moments very carefully because Barry was still in the hospital. He hadn't moved to Star Labs
Who
yet.
is Mark?
Like, Barry was still in the hospital. He wasn't at Star Labs yet.
Oh, okay.
Like,
but they still was with him at the hospital though, wasn't it?
No.
They went?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, they didn't come till like
Later.
after until, okay. I get what you're saying. Who is Mark? You talking about Chill Blame Mark or somebody else? Goodbye, Danny. Danny, because it sounds like I said Danny. Goodbye. I feel like they're gonna show flash forwards of Nora and Bart in 2049. It's possible because like they already showing you that the show is gonna be different because in their future 2049, Jay was dead, and when they got back, it shifted after they came back from the wedding to Jay being alive because they killed Godspeed earlier than they were supposed to. Well, not, I don't know if he did, but they handled him earlier than they were supposed to. Godspeed was supposed to be their villain. He came back in time, ended up being a Flash villain, and got dealt with years before he was supposed to. So that's why Jay ended up living. He never got to kill Jay, so Jay's still alive. But like also, Jay wasn't married to Joan. She didn't exist, so they went back and fixed that. So now you got Jay and Joan. So I feel like it's gonna be more stuff that they do later like that. Like it's gonna be other stuff that's different that's not supposed to be, and then XS and Impulse, like they gonna fuck some shit up. Look at their names, like they gonna fuck some shit up. Child, the way Impulse was upset and crying, talking about, yeah, you're perfect, baby. If you had known her before, if you had known her season 5, if you had known her season 5, baby doll, she was doing more ignorant shit than you. Only if you could see that version of yourself. You would have been fine. You wouldn't have shed no tears. You'd be like, damn, since you was doing that, I'm good.
Well, that's another version of me. Well, but
I don't give a fuck. You did it. That means it's a possibility that your ass can still go down that path. Child. Kaylin was with her new boyfriend. Did you not hear them say she dating somebody named Marcus? Somebody said that Alex mentioned somebody named Marcus in the 2030? When they was at the thing for Iris and Wells or Eobard or whatever the fuck. Somebody said she mentioned them then as like when she went there that's who she was with or who she was with. Like I don't know, engaged, married, something, I don't know. But I know they brought that up, so I'm assuming they'll show her. Maybe they just ain't feel like showing them both in the same scene too. That's money too. You gotta have her be Killer Frost and Caitlyn in the same scene. That's extra work. So they probably just showed Frost and then they just mentioned Caitlyn so they wouldn't have to do all that. Cause they literally was only in the last couple of minutes of the episode. So it didn't make no sense to like do all that extra work.
That's extra fucking work.
Yeah, like y'all gotta look at where they put the budget too. Like that would have been money unneeded just to show Caitlyn for like 2 minutes.
That's a waste. That's wasted money. Shit, we could just do this and put that to another episode. Fuck that.
You know.
And you pick your battle.
Jay was playing too, which almost made me jump out of my seat when he said President Luther. Yeah, he was fucked up for that. Cause I was like, excuse me, like y'all don't really fuck some shit up. If Luther president, y'all got to go back and fix that. But I'm just wondering, like, how the next episode is gonna go. It got me curious and want to watch. Cause are we gonna get current day Flash, like with them doing stuff, or is it gonna like go to 2049 and something else is off and they gotta go check and see what else is going on? Cause all this shit gonna have repercussions. It just ain't hit them yet. It takes time to get to them, as you see. Cause like they had B. Godspeed had a whole wedding and chilled for a while before they got back to the future, and that shit changed. So they just left and went back home. So if another change
but you
happened,
know the wave that we saw was from Armageddon. Now, yeah.
Oh.
Because you gotta remember, Thawne fucked up. Like all of it was in. Don't think about it from Bart point of view. Think about it from Barry point of view. They left. Then Barry had the whole Armageddon thing, and the whole you saw the time.
Oh, she pregnant again. That's what's up. They say they get pregnant again.
Yeah,
I didn't know, but I mean that's
like she like if you remember the wave when Cecile and all them were in the chairs, it looked just like that wave that hit Bart and Nora. So.
I'm gonna need y'all to know we don't talk about Jenna. I don't know why y'all bring that girl up. They not showing that child. Unless she gonna become a speedster, she ain't getting no screen time. They not finna take no damn Tyler the Pair. She over there at her uncle's house.
Whoever that is.
No, her uncle's what's the mayor? She be at their house all the time. Him and his husband.
I can't even think of the fucking dude.
That's they baby now, bitch. They ain't even gotta worry about no adoption. They like we good.
I can't even think of the fucking...
Sing?
Yeah, Sing.
Sing and
David.
his husband.
I was
they be
thinking
with
David.
I'm
like, because his name is David Sing. Yeah.
They be with Sing, because that's the last time they mentioned her. They was like, oh, Sing was watching. Sing got them a baby. They got them a black child. Sing and his husband ain't got to worry about no adoption, baby. We got it. Y'all good. Do what y'all doing. Because didn't he figure out Barry was the Flash?
He always knew.
But I'm like, so they know what be going on with their family. So they probably like, y'all could just drop Jen off here, get her snacks for the week, her pull-ups. And she good. We got her. They got her. Let them raise that baby. It's all right.
Like, it's not like
she
they can't
loved
trust
regardless. Look, she loved regardless. It don't matter. Y'all ain't like y'all be worried about Jenna like Cecile don't have a whole nother older daughter that Wally used to flirt with when he was on the show. Like, they don't show her either.
The wave was different. Bet me $20. Bet me $20. Go watch the wave from when Barry came back from the future, and then go watch this wave. Bet me.
Eric Wallace
I'll cash out you the money if I'm wrong.
Eric Wallace did an interview a while back saying Armageddon won't be the only arc storyline. This season's episode will be split into several story arcs taken from coming storyline. Well, I knew that. I mean, it don't make sense to do just one storyline. No way, he ain't been doing this since he started.
Y'all, we gotta get ready to go.
Oh shit, it is time to go. I didn't even look at the time. But yeah, we'll I mean, now I'd also like $20, please, then.
But send me my $20 though. Send me my $20.
We finna go so we can go eat. But
just send me my $20.
Child, I'm finna go. Thank y'all for joining us this week. We're gonna get out of here so we can go eat. If you're on spring break this week, y'all enjoy it. I'll try to do a couple streams next week, probably on Twitch, because I don't feel like being, you know what I'm saying, shut down by YouTube if I want to listen to music. If it's something that I know I want to listen to music on, I may do it on YouTube. But thank y'all so much for y'all support always. New new stuff coming on Patreon if you're interested in it. So y'all check that out. We are doing Vox Machina on Patreon. We already got the first 3 episodes, and Girl from Nowhere, the first episode is up if y'all want to check that out. But I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.